Glad to have you join us on the TGIF edition of Breakfast Central on News Central. You can follow us on all socials. Remember, we're News Central TV on Instagram, on Facebook. If you're in Nigeria, outside Nigeria, in Africa, outside Africa, head on over to our Twitter to check us out as well. Now let's take a look at what stories are making the front pages of the paper. East, South, North or West. I think we're starting in West Africa this time around.
Most definitely, and we are going straight to the Nigerian Tribune. Now, when I remember the Nigerian Tribune, it brings a lot of memories. I mean,
child,
before,
way back.
Yeah,
going
the moment
back.
I said Nigerian Tribune, I kid you not, I'm having goosebumps right about now because it takes me way back to memory lane. My uncles. Come on. Anyway, it's good to know the Nigerian Tribune is definitely here since 1949. Take note, since 1949. I'm not that old. I wasn't born in 1949, so take note.
Are you
okay?
sure?
Yeah, I can tell you. Well, the big story there says Ibadan, agog as new Olubadan receives staff of office today. Markets shut, roads closed. It's a big thing in Africa. Yes, it is when it comes to the installation of a monarch. And that's exactly what is happening today in Ibadan. Page 32, that's where you find the story. So read all about it in case you're heading to Ibadan to know how to navigate through your way. Well, Russia-Ukraine war, beg your pardon, taking toll on our business. NATO, major marketers cry out, say diesel unaffordable. So the big question is those who have service apartments are starting to talk tough now because service apartments are starting to rethink. Maybe we'll have to invest in generators, small ones for each person. Anyway, aviation fuel. NCAA may shut down nation's airspace as reps blow hot on cartel operating in the aviation sector. NNPC says there's enough product. Well, you also can read that story, especially those who have been following the aviation news very closely. The big story front page there. Oluchi, convention crisis. Yahoo governors backed Buni Akeredolu alleges. It says Yahoo governors.
What do they mean by that? Yahoo governors?
Page 5 and 8.
My goodness.
Read about
Such a
that.
headline.
And that sad story that you find in the pictures. Passengers stranded as Ibadan-Lagos train runs out of diesel.
Now, Joe, that was a trending story. I mean, I saw a video of someone who was inside the train who did a video, and people were coming down, working and trying to find their way before the diesel was put back in and the train eventually got to its destination.
So someone said, didn't they do a run check? Wouldn't you check if you have diesel before you move the train? They had to wait for diesel to come. Well, NURTW suspends MC Oluomo, page 16. Wives of Kebbi slain soldiers attack commanding officer's residence. Take note of that story as well. It's quite deep. Page 37 has it. And then lastly, I'm going to take one more. Again, suspected headsmen kill 8 in Benue. What is going on in Benue? Used to be very peaceful, lovely place to be at, but now okay, that's all I'm taking.
All right, from the Nigerian Tribune, let's head to Newsday in Zimbabwe. The one major story here is talking about fuel hike. Now, Joe, it's not just in Nigeria, it's not just in South Africa, not just in Zambia, but Zimbabwe has also joined the African countries that is being affected by fuel around the world. Now, the fuel price hike sparks mayhem. The story talks about the increase of fuel prices for the second time in 5 days. So within the space of 5 days, a fuel price has changed minimum of once. Now that's a story right there. It comes out to say that it has gone up from $1.5 per liter to $1.567 per liter, and for that of diesel, it went from $1.51 per liter to $1.68 per liter in Zimbabwe. This is causing so much stir in the country. Of course, it's going to lead to inflation as we speak because literally everything in the country is going up. Now, $1 in our Nigerian currency, we're looking at over 500 naira. And we in Nigeria were complaining because our own fuel is less than 50 cents per liter.
Per liter, yeah.
Per liter, and we're really complaining about that. Other countries are talking about over $1. Well, more details right there from Newsday in Zimbabwe. Now you can see this commuter vehicle here. This is a commuter minibus as it's been driven near in Harare yesterday. Look at the state of the vehicle. That's what people look. You can barely see the plate number. The headlights and tail lights are out. I mean, oh man, this is a disaster.
I think this vehicles
I
like
mean,
this
look
are
at the air
synonymous in
pollution. You can
Africa.
also see the exhaust.
You have these same vehicles in Lagos.
Do we?
Uh-huh.
Are they not modified, upgraded? Is that not what we used to call? Is it? No, it's not the downfall. There's a name for it in those days. Molue. Exactly.
But this is not. Molues are the big ones.
Yeah.
This one is Bolekaja. It's called
All right.
Bolekaja.
I mean, but we're looking at the state of
Come
that
down,
mini.
let's fight.
Joe, I mean, this is a Friday. Looking at the state of that vehicle right now, it is calling for concern in Zimbabwe, but you can get some more information from Newsday in Zimbabwe this Friday morning.
Well, we're Africa First. Taking a look at that vehicle reminds me of a local balance which says...
But Joe, you know, in Nigeria, this kind of bus, you see different stickers. My God can do it all. You know, I am bigger than the mountain.
I believe so.
You see all kinds of motivational stickers that makes it, my God is powerful. I'm wondering, with this, your God truly must be powerful.
Let's move on to one more paper. Let's take the Sowetan. Sowetan is where we're going to. And that sad story there, that big one, you can see bluish in color. It says, blacks need not bother. Oluchi, there was indeed an advert placed out there for people to come for job opening. But guess what? City of Joburg has these jobs, but blacks need not bother. And it says advert stipulated that whites and Indians would be preferred for 7 City of Joburg jobs, including that of PA to speaker. Edited versions thinly disguised what was initially meant and came late as deadline for application had already passed. Page 2 will tell you everything you need to know about this. And you can see that smile, of course, that man up there. Maya will have to wait. Zondo named Chief Justice. She'll be deputy. So that's another story you need to read. Don't forget, we've talked about the Zondo and everything. You might as well just read and keep yourself updated. Look who is back in the news. Current affairs queen Iman back on TV. Great story. You want to know about her as well and the incidences that took place before she came back? I'm not going to tell you. Go read it and you would find out. Makes it an interesting read, I must say. And I'll take one last story. Just one. SA students recall Ukraine nightmare. We'll talk about that later on the top stories today here on Breakfast Central.
And to wrap up the newspaper review this morning, we're looking at the Citizen this morning. The Citizen from Tanzania. Now, it's coming out to talk about your kidney, Joe. Why you can't sell that kidney. That's what it's coming out to say. You can see the infographic here. 5,800 to 8,400. That's the number of patients in Tanzania who need regular dialysis as a result of kidney failure. Wow. Now, out of that number, you can see 2,750. These are the number of patients currently undergoing regular dialysis in Tanzania, with the rest being unable to afford the treatment. So we can understand now this backstory as to why it may seem kidney might have ready market in Tanzania. It says Muhimbili National Hospital has in the past 4 years received 36 individuals who went to the facility to inquire about the possibility of selling their kidneys to patients in need of transplant. Woo! Is a big story. You can get it from page 2 of the Citizen this morning. Also looking at the front page on page 2 as well. Project worth 18.75 trillion shillings registered in 1 year. That's what it's saying. And on the upper left-hand side, page 3, at least 453 want to leave Ngorongoro voluntarily. The Prime Minister is coming out and is saying so much more on page 3.